What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so look, man, sometimes I get accused by some people of not giving Joel Embiid enough credit. I think I've explained myself why I'm always hesitant to give him praise because in the postseason, this amazing Wilt Chamberlain-esque performance, or performances that he frequently dishes out in the regular season seem to disappear. I mean, he makes a lot of people get on Will Chamberlain for not replicating the success in the postseason when he did in the regular season. Although sometimes people look at his numbers and don't understand that half of his playoff games came when he was a Laker, when he was the third, fourth, and sometimes fifth option in the offense. So of course his overall numbers are going to be lower, way lower than offensive numbers, at least going to be way lower than the regular season. But anyway, yeah, people say that I'm not giving Joel Embiid enough credit. So I'll say this. Last night he did deliver in a marquee matchup against a guy that many people have been saying he's been ducking for years, you know? Although last year he did drop 47 on Jokic, and that game gets forgotten. I just remember, like, it's funny because last year when everybody was pushing Jokic, uh, Embiid dropped 47 in the win, and people just act like that game never happened. It's funny. Now he drops 41, and it's all over social media. Tell you, man, the power of media. So anyway, Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers made a statement last night in a victory against the Denver Nuggets, 126-121. Joel Embiid dropped 41 points for the Philadelphia 76ers on 13 of 22 shooting, 3 of 6 from downtown, 12 of 15 from the line, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, and a blocked shot. He did this in 39 minutes of play. His counterpart, his MVP counterpart, or former MVP counterpart, Nikola Jokic, had 25 points on 11 of 20 shooting. Did corral 19 rebounds, but only had 3 assists, which shows that Nikola Jokic was forced more into a scoring option rather than scorer slash facilitator. And he did commit 4 turnovers. Jamal Murray had 17 points, but had to take 16 shots to get those 17 points. And KCP had 13 points, but needed 13 shots to get those 13 points. Reggie Jackson had 10 points coming off the bench. To me, man, I think this team really misses Bruce Brown. I think they miss him. I think I said that during the offseason when it looked likely that he was going to return, that Denver was going to miss Bruce Brown. As a matter of fact, I think Bruce Brown is in trade talks as far as Pascal Siakam is concerned. Pascal Siakam more than likely will be dealt to some team. I think that the Pacers are trying to acquire him. I think the Lakers are trying to acquire him as well as other teams. Michael Porter Jr. had 20 points on 6 of 12 shooting, including 4 of 8 from downtown. As a team, the Denver Nuggets shot 51% from the floor and 41% from downtown. But the Sixers were sizzling, absolutely sizzling in this non-defensive era. They shot 57% from the floor and a whopping 48% from downtown. The Denver Nuggets controlled the boards 46-32, but in this era, that can be overcome with 3-point shooting and trips to the foul line. And when I look at that, the Philadelphia 76ers had the edge, 34 free throw attempts to the Denver Nuggets 25. And Denver made 12 three-pointers while Philly made 15. So that was just enough to give them the victory, the edge in three-point shooting and from the foul line. Back in the day, about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when it was a much different NBA, the key factors you had to look at back then, as far as seeing who had the advantage, who was winning, was points in the paint and who won the rebound battle. Because big men still had big men to a large extent still dictated the game. That's been taken out, and that was perimeter. To me, perimeter and officials, they decide the games. To be honest with you, and I don't like it. Quite personally, I can't stand it. But anyway, shout out to Joel Embiid. But my thing is, and he's having an even better season than he did last year. So shout out to him. He's the likely MVP winner. But if my theory is correct, if Joel Embiid does win MVP this year, don't count on him getting the nod next year. No matter what he's doing, he could be averaging 35, 36. They're going to find a reason to give it to someone else because they don't want people getting too close to their king. That's why all of a sudden, they're not talking about Jokic, who has 2 MVPs. All of a sudden, Giannis not even in the MVP conversation, even though he's having a career year. Look at this. Look at this with Giannis. This is how you know it's a bias against this guy. Right now, Giannis is averaging 31.2 points per game, which is a career high. He's averaging 11.4 rebounds, 5.9 assists, which is tied for a career high. After some extremely bad struggles at the line earlier this year, he's now at 67.7%, which is better than what he shot last year from the foul line. He's shooting 60.8% from the floor, which is a career high. Last year, he shot 55.3%. In the years he won MVP, he shot 55%, and I think 55, let me see. He shot 58% and then 55%. This year he's shooting 61% from the floor. He takes fewer three-pointers and going more to his strengths. I'm not getting it. You know what I'm saying? How is he not even in the MVP conversation? Because they don't want him to get a third. They're downplaying Jokic, so they don't want him to get a third, so they don't get too close to a certain guy. I know it sounds paranoid on my side, on my takes, but I believe there's something to that. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell me what you guys think.